Today, I, Devin, and solely me, Devin, will be showing you the 2011 Flesh-Eating Zombie. One of the classics, I must say. He is so simple, but I, Devin, think he is so cool. Let's jump right into it. I'm your host, Devin.
Welcome back, guys. Today to unbox, we have an original 2011 model Flesh-Eating Zombie from Spirit Halloween. Let's start by looking at the box. Now, for old Spirit boxes, they're usually full of fun and whimsy, but this one is very purely utilitarian. There's no be the house where all the cool ghouls want to hang out here. This is a life-size 6-foot-tall prop. This is light-activated, light-up eyes, sounds, and motions. Head moves from side to side, holds a severed arm as he sways eerily from side to side. No frills, no crazy funny phrases, nothing. And better yet, it says the same thing on all four sides of the box with one singular picture. But Seasonal Visions and Spirit Halloween was nice enough to give us a little pro tip. Note, sensors are light activated and work best in brighter environments. Tip, for best results, position a light to shine at the sensor so that people will have to pass through the light source and the character. Their shadow will activate the functions of the character. His sensor is so terrible that Spirit Halloween decided to put that on there so that people couldn't complain. Now that we have looked at his box, let us look at what is in the box. Alright, so as you open the box, let's just go by what parts are on the top and take everything out as we see them. Firstly, the shoes, which are very thin. Everybody talks about how thin the modern Seasonal Visions clown shoes are. They should get a feel of these. These are, you can even hear, these are very thin. Here we've got the shoulder frame, nothing particularly special about that. This is the severed arm that he holds. Now, this exact mold was reused for the 2020 version of the Flesh-Eating Zombie, and I don't think it was used anywhere else. It's definitely different than the severed arms that Spirit sells. Here's his head itself, very nicely detailed, really cool looking sculpt, very purple and yellow. That was kind of their color palette, a lot of purple. Circuit boards in the motor on the chest, not in the head like some other Seasonal Visions props were at this time. Big old hands, very nice, very thick, very nice feeling. His torso frame with his shirt that's not supposed to be attached to it. Torso frame, this is the motor housing where the circuit board is. There's the try me button right there, speaker and the PVC pipe, good old SVI. And it has this long, dangly adapter jack. Here's his shirt, which is very rough feeling. The texture on the shirt is comparable to very high grit sandpaper. Definitely does not feel nice in the hands. His hips and the hip loop that has a broken weld, so I have it wire tied on here because we don't fix welds at Apache Halloween. This is the chest loop, actually. He has a 2010 Uncle Charlie style chest loop. Arms, he's got one springy arm. The one that doesn't hold the severed arm is the springy one. His poles. And his very uneven, not particularly sturdy, very poorly put together base. And his adapter. Rated for 6 volts and 800 milliamps. And thank God we have his easy to follow instructions, so we know how to set it up. And we get our nice California Prop 65 warning. And now to start his setup. Firstly, the base, which again doesn't sit level. I don't know if it was like that from the factory, but nevertheless, it does not sit nicely. The poles, pre-snap lock. These were pre-snap lock Seasonal Visions poles. And they aren't even like Uncle Charlie where they have screw holes in them. These just slide in here and are held on by hopes and prayers. His pants, which are pretty much the same on both sides, so it doesn't really matter which way you put them on. Really, I missed both? Wow, cut that out. Cut that out. I don't want to look like I don't want to look stupid. Oh. Next is the hips, and there is a specific way that this goes on. If you have it backwards, then the motor arm will not be on the right side. And these were before they were labeled. So you kind of just have to line it up and figure it out. And it is not, oh, it is lined up actually. Yeah, look at that. These have shockingly good elastic for the age of this prop also. Most seasonal vision stuff from this time, the elastic tends to wear out. Now this is an interesting little thing here. You actually need to take the bolt out of the bearing for the chest, and this is how they were able to get the box so small. So you take this bolt out from the bearing, and then you put it in the piece, the hinge, and then put that through and screw it on. This is about the only prop that has like a leaning like this that I've seen where it's done like that. And then you have to put the motor arm on here yourself as well. So yeah, this gets cotter pinned on here. And you have to do all this yourself. You were not spoiled by seasonal visions back in the day. Chest loop. And that goes on this way. Might not. Might go on the other way. We don't know. This was before they made the holes different sizes. That also doesn't feel right.
Well, it's got to go on one way or the other.
Yeah. What happened here?
Do the instructions tell us?
Maybe. Let's check the easy to follow instructions. Looks like it's supposed to point down.
Buy my items.
Hey,
Items.
you're not Apache Halloween. I'm Apache Halloween. Get out of here. Quit self-promoting on my YouTube channel, buddy. Perfect, it works. It's fine, I know how to weld. I, Apache Halloween, on ApacheHalloween.com, know how to weld. Okay, I gotta check the instructions.
We've got skulls, clown hands, different skulls, reapers, scary rats too.
No, that's definitely correct. Then his shirt and jacket thingy. His shirt, by the way, is completely transparent if you hit it in direct light. At least the jacket part of it is, the green outer jacket. Next is his arms. This is the right arm that holds the severed arm. Other arm, springy arm. So his hands are next. We may not be spoiled, but we are privileged. We get Velcro for the sleeves. Next is his, are you recording? Next is his non-arm hand. He is unarmed. This side does not have Velcro, but it's not much of a problem considering this just hangs down. They didn't have the budget for foam. They didn't have the budget for Velcro. They didn't have the budget for labeled stickers. Next is the severed arm, and this just kind of squishes in here. It's not like very graceful with how it gets put in here. There's no forks or anything. You just squish it in, and then it holds it. You can put it in various different positions. I've seen people put the palm facing his head, which I just think doesn't look good. I think it makes more sense that the stump is up there. And finally, his head, which slips right on and then has this giant dangly harness. And then everything gets plugged in. The harness for his head, and I'm just gonna get all of his clothes Velcroed up really quick. Okay, so now that he is set up, I will plug him in and we'll get a demo of him. and hope that his light sensor still works. Maybe. There we go. Oh, he activated again.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he I think the light is too bright now. So that's all he does. He's pretty basic, but he's a really cool zombie prop. He's really nice looking, and as long as you're not looking for anything that's a particular showstopper, he's really good for use as a side character in whatever scene you have. That's personally how I've used him, and I think that's how he excels best. Interesting thing about him that I, Apache Halloween of Apache Halloween YouTube channel myself, noticed is that unlike a lot of other earlier Seasonal Visions props, he is very matte painted. He's not glossy like Uncle Charlie or Grinning Gertrude are, where they look wet. He looks very dry, which is quite strange given the fact that there's so much more gore on his face than either of those two characters. Like all of the whole side of his face, you can see a tendon in here, it's all ripped up. You'd think that this would be a lot more glossy, but no, it's really flat with how it's painted. And same with the arm too, though I can forgive that a little bit more. But yeah. There's no shine, there's no glimmer or really anything, especially in real life. Like over the camera right now, it looks more shiny than it is because we have lights beaming on him. But in real life, he's pretty flat as far as painting goes. He does have neat little airbrushed eye details though, where he's just got the streaks where it's supposed to look all bloodshot. He has a dent in his head, which I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not, but I think it is. Now that I've shown you everything the flesh-eating zombie has to offer, let's go to a nighttime demo. Anyway, guys, that's about all there is to the flesh-eating zombie. That's it. That's the whole outro. Anyways, thank you for watching, everybody.
That was good. Nice job.
Thank you.